Okay, here we have 4 washing machine motors, and these are going to be, as I've said in the past, it's going to be powering my nice EV. Now these two will go on one pod, and these two will go on a second pod. Now these two are different because although the chassis is identical in depth, the pulleys are out of alignment. But that doesn't matter because these pulleys are coming off and cogs are going on for chains, which means I can then line the cogs up exactly and they'll be fine. These two, I don't have that worry. Again, the cogs will be coming off and the sprockets and chains will be going over. Now each pod will be assembled into a frame so that they look like that, right? And then you'll have the 4 cogs, the chain in between, and then there will be a gap in the middle because this is going on a frame. There will be a gap in the middle where the chain will be going around another cog, all the tensioners and what have you. Then a shaft will be going through the middle to a cog on the back, and then that cog will be going down to drive the wheels. And the reason for that shaft is to act as a jack shaft. So you'll have a larger pulley on this side, larger socket on this side, smaller socket on this side going to the larger socket on the wheels. There will be 2 cogs identical on the output of the shaft because I should be having 2 wheels on either side. The reason for that is it can carry more weight because that's where the motors are going to be in the back. But also it means that when I turn to the left, hit a switch which then turns off the motors on the right, on the left, so that the right hand motors can drive the car round the corner, and then the same to turn it right. That way it's basically like an electronic differential. I've no idea if it's going to work. That's just an idea that I've got that I'm going to experiment with. I've already got, that's a message, I've already got the design sorted out with T-Man for the chain driven steering column. No, I don't think that's right. It's going to be a small cog at the bottom of the steering column through a chain driving a bigger cog, which will then drive the 2 wheels, or turn just 2 wheels. So that you've got, like in a normal car, you've got several turns to make the wheels go where you want them to go, which then takes out the juddering steering like you would get in a go-kart, which is direct linked. Okay, so that's how far I've got. I've got to get some more motors, obviously. I've got to take these pulleys off. I've showed in another video how I take these pulleys off. It's called having it off. and about that got a few people thinking. Okay, so I should be going to car boot, which is similar to what do you call them over there? In America, can't remember. Yard sales? Yard sales, that's right. Called yard sales over in America. I don't know what they are in the rest of the world. So I should be looking out for 2 more of these and 2 more of these, and then I've got my 2 pods. No, I'm not worried about these being stronger than these and vice versa, because at the end of the day all that can be tuned down by controlling the power going in to these motors. The first thing that I do when I get motors, I haven't done it yet with these, I did it with a test motor, is I strip them right down, stick everything in a bath of soapy water, clean it, take it all out, this is coils and all, take it all out, dry it off thoroughly, and then reassemble the whole lot. And the main reason for doing that is all these motors are riveted, not nut and bolted together. And I want to replace those rivets with nuts and bolts. So if on the road I do have a problem, I can swap the motor out, but that evening I can take the motor, take it apart, find out what's gone wrong, sort it, put it all back together again. I've then got my spare. It's a bit like sorting out a spare wheel on a car, I suppose. So there you go. These are nice. I like these. And those of you who haven't seen my other nice EV videos in the beginning, before you say, well, I'm going to need a long mains lead, I'm going to need an inverter, I'm going to need loads of car batteries and all the rest of it, which I had in the beginning, okay, but I'm not using car batteries, I'm using laptop batteries. Yeah, laptop batteries that people throw out that are dead, so say. Manufacturers have got a counter in the electronics that stops you charging any further. So it makes you buy another battery. Okay, on the old, really old ones, you do get the odd dead cell, but primarily they're all okay. It's just the electronics prattling about. So there we go. And as soon as I have the next stage ready, and we'll get going. One thing I will say, you're all going to be wondering how the hell I'm going to be tensioning my belts. Well, on the top pair, chains, sorry, belts on my brain. The top pair will be hinged on one end, on the outer ends. These 2 centre ones will be on a single plate together. Then there's going to be excuse me, a threaded bolt, bar, whatever, coming up through here, through the top member, so that when I put the chains on and I want to tension them, all I have to do, and I hope I can do this because these are quite heavy, is tighten up the tensioner, which will then lift the top pair up like that and tension the chain. As I said, how well that's going to work, because I'm not really an engineer, so I'm a suck it and see man. So that's the way I'm thinking of doing it. So wish me luck, and I will see you when I'm ready for the next bit.